What's going on, everyone? Average Player here, and I'm gonna do this as kind of an updated deck profile. I did go to regional with this deck, but it was the previous version that I did, because I did another version before I did this version, and after the last deck profile, and, well, even though it worked very well, I didn't top the regional. It worked very well, though, and I felt that it needed a little bit more tweaking before it was absolutely perfect. So we're going to go over that. The side deck got tweaked, the extra deck got tweaked, and the main deck got tweaked. And I'm going to talk about, when we get there, at the end of the main deck, what cards I specifically took out of the main deck, if I didn't touch upon certain things beforehand. And then we're going to talk about, with the extra deck, what I put in and took out. Same thing with the side deck. We're always starting off with Spright cards, 3 blue, 2 jet, get this baby in focus, 2 red, 1 carrot, 3 starter, 1 double cross. This is my standard. And then nothing changed with that part. Next is for the water engine. Play 3 swap frog, which are primarily the same rarity, 3 beaver, 2 angler, 1 mirror mage, and 1 freezing chains. This is normal. If you want to kind of put the deck down to 41 cards, you can cut a beaver and angler and then stuck with 3 swap frog, 1 angler, 1 mirror mage. But I'm always an advocate saying you have to play 2 of these, 2 of angler, and you have to play 3 beaver. Because if you use this, you get 2 of these, and then you basically are relying on totally awesome to put 1 back in your hand, when if you have 3, you could still use angler, dump it, and without using normal summon, and still normal summon it to get more cards. Alright, so that's what we're looking at with that. That's why I think that part's the best. And now this is one of the parts that got changed a little bit, because I got a Lacrima. Lacrima's in there. Engraver, Lurie, and Trekt. I removed 1 Engraver, and I removed a Sanct. And I would say if you remove cards in the deck, I would say you could probably cut Spright Red down to 1 and play a second Trekt if you want to. This is still mostly a complementary engine, where if you're able to, you go into this first. If you know you have the resources to do it and still make board, which it's very easy to do in this deck, have the resources to do the Fiendsmith stuff and make board. But like I said, it's a complementary engine. It's small, doesn't take up very much space, but you can always run 2 Trekt. You could always put the second Engraver back in, but right now I'm finding this fine because you're just going to summon the Lacrima off of your Requiem, dump the Engraver, equip Requiem with, or equip the Requiem to Lacrima, send it to the graveyard, fusion summon, and then you got your full combo going. Next, the other thing that's changed is hand traps. I'm going to go over which ones I recently put in, but 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, you know how I feel about those. Those are normal. I put in 3 Mourner and 3 Droll, because I feel like those are some of the best hand traps right now. On top of these, they're all the best hand traps. And I still play the 3 Bystials, and I added in 1 Perulia because I only have 1 Perulia and then Called By. So if you're gonna keep the Fiendsmith engine the same, right? You use the and you put 2 Perulia in. I still, like I said, I'd recommend you cut Spright Red, and then you just have one extra card from the build size right now. That's what I'd say you would do if you had an extra 2 Perulia, or even 1. You know, just I would recommend playing the Perulia instead. But these stayed the same. The Ashes and Imperm stayed the same, but I added the 3 Mourner, 3 Droll, which actually showed up quite a bit. It'd be better if my sleeves, because I didn't change sleeves after the regional, so my sleeves actually started to stick and be a bad shuffle at my locals. So I was either drawing a handful of hand traps or I wasn't, instead of getting, like, you know, a mixture like how it's supposed to be. But it's a 16 hand traps now, instead of me playing 6 or 9. Instead of me playing 9, it's 16 hand traps. All right, links: 1 Sprint, 1 IP, finally super shiny, 1 SP, which I just added in one of the last revisions. I put in SB, remove Dark to Dark Charmer. 1 Moon, that stays the same. 1 Goddess, stayed the same. Requiem, Sequence, and Agammundi all that stayed the same. It's just I removed Dark for SP. Next for the fusions, Princess, Desiree. Because of the links in the fusions are the reasons why in this deck you get deburied. Your opponent has to have 2 instead of just 1. Because if you get Desiree out and your opponent just relies on debury because they can't really play or whatever, then you just equip it with Sequence, Sequence, Requiem, and Agamundi. It puts it to 7k, and you're basically just going to kill him. You know, because then you just need 1 more card really to just kill him. That's all it requires. But next, the other changes, I went from 2 Gigantic Spright to 3. Because one of the things I was realizing is, even though 2 is still good to have, if you have 2, play 2, having 3 is better because you're normally using 1 for your combo, and then you're going to try to use 1 OTK, and if your opponent lives, then you have 1 more to be able to finish your opponent off. John Cena and Cat Shark gotta be that way. But next, the side deck has changed a little bit, so I put in 3DD Crow. I took out the Nibs. I actually kind of didn't like Nib for last format, and I'm still debating whether or not I want to play it. 2 Pink for now, but I will be getting a 3rd one in replace of the Harpy's Feather Duster. Because I feel like Pink is actually a better card than Harpy's Feather Duster right now. Because this is able to out so many things compared to Harpy's Feather Duster. I feel like it's more versatile, and it's better. Especially since it's at 3 now and Duster's at 1. It's easier for you to see the Pink than the Duster. 3 Droplet. 3 Evenly. 3 Judgment. That's it for the deck profile. The Evenly came into the side from the main deck because I figured that, you know, I have the going first cards. I have the Trap, and I got Perulia. I put the Evenlies in the side deck because I figured I have quite a bit of going first cards on top of having a whole bunch of hand traps in my main deck. Because like if you're going first, right? Say you ended up going first, you're gonna remove the Perulia and double cross most likely. If you're going first, and that's room for 2 Solemn Judgments. But like I was gonna say, the other thing is you remove a red as well, because a Solemn Judgment in place of a Spright red just way better. I understand you can search the Spright red, but you still have another copy in your deck. That's why I say it's better. If you're going first, sorry, you remove the Perulia and the red. You keep the double cross. I'm sorry. If you're going second, right, you're removing the red, you're removing the double cross. And then depending what deck you're playing against, like if you're playing against Flu, you remove Mourner, whatever, but that's how it works. So, yeah, I hope you all had a good day. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments, because it's been something I've been trying to cook with. You know, my friends at the shop that I play at, they're always like, so did you make a new profile on it? I'm like, nah, man. They're like, what are you playing now? So I have to show them live show them in person instead of having them watch the video, which I guess kind of sucks. But yeah, that's basically about it. I can make a combo tutorial. If this video gets to 50 likes, I'll make a combo tutorial. See y'all later.